unless he treated you. Otherwise, if you ask him, do you believe in God? There is God? Of course. He cannot deny, right? Unless he make a lie to tell you, just want to cheat you, right? Otherwise, of course, he argue with God. Therefore, your belief, your belief be stronger than what Iblis believe? Then how can you dare to say that because you believe, therefore you are worth to go to heaven? Right? Of course, in Islam, we say that belief is the gateway to success. But that is not enough. You have to do many things. Later on in different lectures, we will cover that. Not only just believe. But belief is important, but it's not sufficient. That is what we think in Islam. And here also, Adam and Eve were both responsible for the mistake that they made, not just one. And both of them repented, and man was sent to earth with a vision, that is the trustee of God, and not as a punishment. And the test in the garden is designed as a training program for them. Man should over temptation, right, in order to be successful. The challenge of Iblis is just like the germs, the bacteria with our physical body. And the weakness of Iblis is self-conceited and arrogance and jealousy. Right? He's jealous about man's being treated so well by God. Right? And in Islam, man is born in the state of in a pure state, means it is inclined to truth. Therefore, we are not sinful when we come to this earth. And one point is very important is, God created man as his representative on earth. Therefore, we are his trustee. He entrusts the physical world in our hands. Therefore, we are his representative. But we are not the owner of all this physical world. And therefore, we cannot just do whatever we like at our free will. Therefore, we should ask him, what do you want me to do? Because he is the true owner of this whole world. And therefore, all the physical resources is in our hand. We should do according to what he wants. God promised to send guidance to man on earth, right? And there is an ayah in the Quran, chapter 51. God said that he created man and jinn for nothing except to worship him. The word also means servant. Therefore, the purpose of man on earth is to worship God and to serve God in brief. And there's a concept map. Maybe it is too small. I better keep it so that we can read. Since man is God's representative on earth, therefore we are not the true owner of this earth. And therefore, we should utilize the resources according to the will of God. Because we are not the true owner. We are not the master of these. Even our physical body, our life, do not belong to us. And therefore, we have not the authority to say that, okay, I want to finish it. I want to choose to die today, this hour, this minute. Because my life, I should have the right to determine my future. No, sorry. Your life, your physical body is not belong to you. You are not the master. Therefore, you have no right to finish it. Therefore, we cannot have the right to self-destruction. We cannot harm our body. We cannot damage our health because that is given by God. And therefore we have to be very picky, very careful in our diet. What is harmful, what is not harmful, we have to watch out carefully. We do not just take anything and eat. No, we have to see whether this is useful, harmful to us or not. And if in the Quran, God said that what is good for man will be given to them. And what is forbidden for them are those which are harmful to us. And therefore, as a Muslim, as a representative of God on earth, we are very careful about our diet. We don't eat what is available. We have to choose whether this is good for us or not. So for the resources, as we are not the true master, therefore, we should spend these resources with others who is in need of it. We should not be stingy. Stingy too. The Quran, chapter 57 says, believe in Allah is a messenger and spend out of what He has made you successor. For those of you who will believe and expand of their wealth, there's a great reward. That God asks us, He has given you the wealth in your hand, but you should spend just not only for yourself, but also for those who are in need of it. And if we are doing that, therefore, if we follow the commandment given by God, therefore we should be generous to those poor people. And therefore we should not waste the resources unreasonably. Therefore we should not be extravagant. As the resources are given to us, therefore, we also have the responsibility of being creative and inventive. This is also a way to glorify God, that God has created man who have such kind of intelligence, ability to build a rocket, etc., etc. But God asks us to be moderate, not to be extreme. Therefore, we donate appropriately. Means what? There are some people you find are very stingy. But at the same time, there are some people who are too generous. They all spend their resources to help the poor. But for them, they also suffer themselves. They suffer. And you find there are billionaires who left behind an asset which is so much, but in the daily life you find them live like a beggar, which is too extreme. God do not want us to do that. God also wants us to enjoy life, to make use of the resources that are given to us. And we fast and we pick fast. Means that there are some people in front of the prophet say that I will try to fast the whole day, this and that, so that I can serve God. The prophet said no. I fast in the daytime, I break fast. I also eat. Don't be too extreme. We pray in the evening, but at the same time we spend some time to sleep, so that our body will not be too fatigued. So therefore, we should take care of ourselves. Anyhow, do things but not to the extreme. Therefore, we do not indulge in physical enjoyment. And there's a hadith we say that you should live like a passerby. He's just like a transit passenger. How? Suppose we say, okay, tomorrow, let us go to Shenzhen to enjoy one night there, okay? And just have a picnic outing. Then, of course, what do you do? Do you spend your time in fixing the decoration of the hotel room that is assigned to you? No, because you spend one night there only. If you spend to decorate it until today, and morning come and then check out, you get nothing out of that trip, right? You should go around shopping, get something good for your family, your friends, take a picture so that it is memorable, that or our classmates all together have a picnic like this and that, right? Therefore, you do something which you can bring back to Hong Kong, rather than something which you cannot bring along. Similarly, in this life, we come here for a period of time. We do not know how long it is, but it will not be too long. Everyone knows that. There is not any human being who will stay here forever. Everyone knows about it. Therefore, we come here and surely we will go. But we do not go where, we do not know when we should leave. That is all. Right? Therefore, during this period of time, while we are staying in this earth, what we should do? Of course, we can enjoy life, but it is too short. After we leave, what can we bring back is the most concern, top priority in our agenda. So, in Islam, we say that all this physical world will finish in one day, no more. Therefore, no matter how much money you have, how big a building you have, how big a house, a villa, or even an island, a continent, you cannot bring it back. What you can bring back is, what you earn is not the money, not the physical material, but rather the deeds that you do. If you help people, God will reward you. The angels will make a record of what you have done. All the good things that you have done, you will carry forward. And in the next world, these are the record as a evidence of judgment. And also the bad deeds that we do. It is also a burden on us. And therefore, in Islam we say we should try to do as much good deeds as possible so that our good deeds should outweigh our sin, our mistake, and beg God to forgive our mistake. Therefore, that is the concern of us. And the Prophet said that after we breathe our last breath, nothing can help us except three things. The knowledge that is still circulating, and what is it? What does it mean? It means that suppose when we are living, but while we are alive, we teach some people to do good things. We tell them the truth. So after we pass away, we cannot do any good deeds anymore. But the one that we taught, he also teach some other people, and he also do some good deeds. God will give them a reward. But at the same time, they will credit our account as well. So our account is still open, keep open, because of these good deeds. And also, second is, when we are alive, if we donate some money, for example, to build a school, build a hospital, and so on and so forth, after we die, these hospitals can still serve the people. This award will also be counted in our account. So we can still earn the accounts. And also the prayer of our offspring means that if we teach our children to know God and to be on the right path, when we die, our offspring will pray for us. And God is so happy to accept the prayer of our offspring, our descendants. Right? And therefore, all in all, it means that you should do the good deeds while you are on this earth. And what you can bring forth is not the physical world, but rather the good deeds that we have done. And in Islam, you should not be just say single and be a monk, be a nun to serve God. No. In Islam, it is encouraged that we should have a family. Family actually is the basis of the society. And therefore, we are awarded when we serve our family well. We serve our wife as a good husband, or as a good wife to serve our husband, our children. By doing that, we know that this is the responsibility that God gives us. Then, we are rewarded accordingly. And therefore, we need not just say that we become single and do not have family so that we can invest all our time for God. No need. Spending your time nicely with your family is serving God. And another point is, man was also ranked higher than the angels because God asked angels to bow down to Adam. Chapter 30, verses 30 say that, so set your face sincerely and truly trust this faith and be steadfast on the nature whereupon Allah has created man. So man is created without sin. The nature of man, according to our hadith, is fitra. Means that when we come to this earth, we are pure. We have no sin. And therefore, man is born in a pure state. And therefore, we should not feel inferior because we are in a higher rank than the angels. And therefore, man should have a sense of self-respect. And in chapter 38, Allah asks us that we will be answerable to Him for the deeds that we have done on this earth. Every person is himself accountable for what he earns, for no bearer of burden bears the burden of another. In Islam, it is very fair. The sin or the mistake of the son will not be charged on the father, nor that of the father charged onto the son. Each one will bear his own consequence when they do good or bad. This is fair, right? And therefore, we are responsible and just and fair because we know that we will be answerable to God. And since God said that He is all forgiving, therefore, no one can say that, oh, please, leave me alone. I'm doomed to hell because I've done so many mistakes. I'm so simple. I surely will be in the hell. No. No one can say that because Allah said that He is most forgiving. As long as you are still breathing, you still have a chance. Ask sincerely to Allah to forgive you, and He will forgive all those who turn to Him sincerely. And some of the people will say that this is too difficult for me, this and that. Allah said in the Quran, chapter 2 say, Allah does not burden any human being with a responsibility heavier than he can bear. Means that God gave us the responsibility. We will have an ability to do it. And He also asks us, for different people, Allah has given different ability, and He has entrusted them with different burden and responsibility. And therefore, we would you need a copy. It will be distributed to you. Maybe distributed. In chapter 2, God said, "Be sure we shall test you with something of fear and hunger, some loss in goods or lives or the troops, but give glad tidings to those who patiently persevere." Means that we will not be so lucky that we don't have misfortune. From time to time, we may have different kind of trial, which is the test given by God. You may certainly have some calamity, upon you or your relatives or your friend. Many of the people say, why me? God, why you choose me? Like this. Blame God that He has given him such kind of calamity. But here God said, this is a test for me. From time to time, you may face difficulties. You may face misfortune. You should be patient. This is a test for me. Therefore, when we face misfortune or face fortune, we will still be the same. We will be relaxed. When we are very fortunate, we will not be proud because we know that it is God who gave us. And then we should not be overexcited. Oh, we got it like this, and then jump to the sky. No, it is God who gave you this power. Why you're so excited? And when the calamity fall upon us, we would be patiently accepting it, rather than blaming God, why He chose me to be the victim, this and that, right? In chapter 6, God said, it is He who has made you the representative on earth, and raised some of you above the other in ranks, so that He may test you in what He has given you. Many a time, people will say, hey, why he is so smart? Why God created me so ugly? Why he is so intelligent? Unfair! Why he is so wealthy? Why she was born in a wealthy family? I'm in a poor family, this and that. God is unfair. Like this. God said, no. Everyone will be tried according to what He has given you. If his IQ is 200, don't be too happy. Maybe he has to get 300 in order to get the pass. My IQ is only 90 or 80. Idiot. Maybe 50 is my full mark. Why should I jealous about it? Right? So, we should not jealous with the other people. We should not compare with the other people, because God would not compare us like this. But rather, He compares what He has given you and what you have done, rather than what the other has achieved and you have achieved. That is not the way that to compare. And therefore be careful. And then, if you have understand this is what God has purposely do it just to try us, then you need to be humble and not be jealous to others. Even if you achieve a great achievement, don't be too proud, because this achievement in the eyes of God may be not enough. You still have to achieve much higher, because He has given you this ability. Therefore, don't be too overexcited. And also don't jealous about the others are better than you, more wealthy than you, more smart than you, have a better husband than you, this and that, or more beautiful wife than you. Why you are jealous? Because God has given different people with different things, but according to that, which they charge us the responsibility. And if really we believe in all this, then in our modern terminology, when you are facing calamity, you are still very patient, and this is so-called AQ, high adversity quotient, the new terminology. And I think another EQ is more common. Everyone learn of it. Therefore, if you know that this is what you are given, then why you should be too disappointed when calamity falls on you? Of course, we are human beings. Tears come from your eyes, natural. But for a short period of time, we should recover, and then we should come back and perform our duties as usual. We don't mean that we are iron or stone, that no matter what comes to us, we are still cool, keep calm. Of course, we We are human beings, that is natural. But we will not be too extreme when we face calamity, or when we have a big success. We will not be overjoyed and being too so arrogant, saying that you see how who am I can do this and that. Where is your power from? From God. So why should you be so proud of it? And this is a short some of the concept that I gathered together. Maybe it's not comprehensive. I never think it is comprehensive, but these are some of the points that will affect our concept of life, how we treat other people, how we deal our livelihood, set our priorities, and so on and so forth. So that is what I want to share, and maybe I just stop for some remark, your contribution, your queries, your comment. Please, the floor.
He's a good teacher. I miss you as a teacher.
Yes.
I want to know why the story of Adam was scattered among different chapters in the Quran, but why did not follow the chronology and look at the one single chapter?
This is a good student, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. The format of the Quran is different from that of the Bible. It is not like a story, who narrate according to the time sequence, but rather, it is actually the Quran. The word Quran, our Quran comes from the word read, ikra, means that it is a reader. It is a daily reader for us to remind ourselves what to do, what not to do, and so on and so forth. Right? And therefore, it is not a book of story. Therefore, the story is not the theme of the book. Therefore, when he talk about, for example, be loyal to God, be patient, then he narrated some of the story, like story Jonah, Yusuf, who was suffering with a sickness, and he was even being swallowed by the waves, something like this. And therefore, it would bring some of the story in light, and then explain further about the theme. And therefore, the theme is not about Adam, not about Ibrahim, not about Moses, not about Jesus, but rather man. And therefore, he mentioned here and there Adam, Ibrahim, Moses, and so on and so forth. And therefore, if you want to collect all those related to Adam, you will find that it is dispersed in different chapters. Okay.
What's the difference between Injil and Jinn?
Injil?
Jinn.
Injil actually is in the Quran. This is an Arabic word which means the revelation revealed to Jesus. Jinn, in the Quran, it says that God created man, which have the physical body and the soul. God created another called angels. Arabic called malaika. The angels, they are spiritual only. Men are given the free will to obey or disobey God. The angels, on one hand, they are spiritual beings. On another hand, they are totally obeying God, with no exception. For the jinn do not have the physical body. It's a kind of spiritual beings. But they also, like man, given free will to obey or disobey God. And that's in the Quran. It mentioned that God created angel from the energy of the light, created man from the essence of earth, and created jinn out of fire. And that is all that we know. If you ask more, we just say that, I'm sorry, we do not know. This is what is revealed to us. In the Quran, it mentioned like this. And we don't know further. Thank you. Any more? Please, supplement while I have a Please.
I don't have much to say on this. Because I It ends up it's a very positive conception of human. It's very good.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
very
you.
positive. Eh?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. You've explained
Thank
it
you.
very
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. And especially this part, I think, here, God said that He will test us with calamity. This is His plan. And therefore, when you face calamity, or when you face great success, achievement, you know that don't be too happy, don't be too sad. And at the same time,
But
don't be jealous,
When
don't
somebody
compare with
says
other
something
people.
happened, it is a punishment. Some calamity happened, this is a punishment. They
Allah,
just
Allah.
openly, they just openly say, this is something happened to somebody. No, this is a punishment. How can it?
God said in the Quran, say that this is what He said. And also do not compare with others. There are so many people who want to compare. And when they compare, they will become jealous.
Yes.
Why? What kind of goodness he has? Why he has so much money? Why I have so little? What kind of goodness he has? He did not deserve this, that. Then, always try to compare.
It is not for others to introspect, but the self.
Yes, you should compare with yourself. What has given to you and what we have done,
happened,
right?
Something happened to,
Right.
some destruction happened to somebody.
Exactly.
They have to introspect, not
Right.
the others to introspect.
Exactly. Therefore, we compare ourselves with ourselves, not with others, not with your neighbor. Right? Because it is the plan of God that if He created all of us with the same ability, the same level, we will not be a society. Because everyone will be independent. You need not anyone to help you. Because anyone can do only what you can do. So why you seek any help? So we will not be independent. We are not a society. Therefore, everyone will be on his own. But God wants us to be in a ummah, in a community. But don't compare anymore.
When you say that people should live like a transit passenger, then who is responsible for ruling the country, or what is the form of governance that is?
Okay. Yes. When we say that we are passerby, doesn't mean that we will not do anything at all. Right? Well, it's just like you check in a hotel. You still have to have a decent hotel room that you can live, a bed you can lie on, right? And therefore, we are given a period of time staying on earth. We are tested according to what we do in this few 400 years, 80 years, 60 years, or whatsoever, right? And therefore, we should be mindful that we will live. We will not stay here forever. Don't always say that I have this money, I have that, and ask for more. And really, I just cannot understand why people who have money to spend for 100 times of their lives, they cannot exhaust it. And still they are not enough, they feel not enough. And they do not want to share with the others. He just want to accumulate more. Well, that's a secret. You know that you will die. And this, you cannot bring back. You say that you want to bring back? Let's try to see. When you beat your last breath, you have so many digits in your bank account, it will become zero for you. Once you breathe your last breath, not even your single body, your more precious body, you cannot even bring it with you along. If you treasure it, bring it along. But nowadays, we spend so much time in beautify our body, make it slim, make it look young, and so on and so forth. And one day when we pass away, all these are rubbish. Huh? So,
do Islams believe in afterlife? So what will we be after we die?
yes, very good question. According to the Quran, God said there will be a period of time in which this physical world